Hi guys, so today I did a makeup tutorial on this look right here. The eye makeup is nothing different for me, but I do have quite a few first impressions. I tried out a foundation, powder, lipstick, highlight, mascara, brow pencil, so yeah. This video, you'll see how it turned out. If you want me to redo this makeup look but using products that I like, let me know because let's just put it this way, I don't like how a lot of things turned out right now. So yeah, thank you for watching, and don't forget to don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in this this kind of failed video. So yeah, just keep watching. Basically, I'm going to be starting off with my eye makeup because I know the eye makeup I'm going to do and it's fairly simple. Yeah, so I'm going to see how well I can prime my eyes using this foundation. I'm kind of scared to do that, but I'm going to give it a shot. So yeah, I'm doing my eyes first because eyeshadow falls down on your face, and unless I'm doing something that's like very like easy, like maybe only one or two shadows, I will do my face first, but for the most part I like to do my eye makeup first. So we're trying out this foundation. It blends nicely with my finger. It feels kind of like slippy, or not like slippy, but I don't really know how to explain it. It's a very like thin consistency. It doesn't feel like something that's going to have a lot of coverage, so if you're looking for a foundation that you can put over your eyes that's going to kind of be really like concealer-like, this probably wouldn't be the one for you, but it covered up nicely. I'm not mad at it. I do like a kind of lightweight feel because my skin is very dry, but I mean, it's not bad. So now we're going to set with the powder that I used. Oh, I didn't even tell you the foundation I used. So the foundation I used, the foundation is the Covergirl Clean Sensitive Liquid Foundation. I'm in the shade Ivory, by the way. It says, liquid foundation is suitable for your sensitive skin. This creamy formula is unscented, 100% oil-free, and it provides lightweight coverage. So that's why it was probably so thin on the eyelids. But I mean, it's not creasing. I mean, it is a little bit here, but nothing that a little bit of powder can't fix. So the powder I'm going to use is the Covergirl Clean Sensitive Skin Pressed Powder. This is also in the shade Ivory. You get 10 grams of product, which I think is fairly good, and I'm just going to pat this over the eyelids to set that foundation. Okay, so this is pretty like matte, which I like. For liquid products, I like more of a creamy base, but for powders, I like them to be a little bit more matte, and then if I want to glow, I can just highlight the areas that I want to highlight. So I do like that this powder's matte, but it is going to be covered up with shadow, so on the eyelids, all I care about is that it doesn't crease. So I'm just going to curl my lashes because I like to let my eyelashes sit in the curl while I do the eye makeup, so I'm going to curl them and I'm going to be right back. Okay, so for the eye makeup, I know this isn't very like helpful, so I'm sorry, but I'm going to be using 3 different palettes, but I am mainly using the Tartelette palette, but I am going to use 1 shade out of the Anastasia Modern Renaissance and 1 shade out of the Urban Decay Naked 3, so yeah, I'm so sorry if that's like really annoying, but I've been really loving this eye makeup and I thought I would show you, so I'm sorry, but yeah. So the one and only shade we're going to use out of the Naked 3 is one of my favorite eyeshadows in this palette. I don't want to tilt it over too much because something happened and this eyeshadow actually shattered. I don't know if you can tell, but the shade Limit here is really like busted in. You can see there I had to push it back into the pan. But we're going to just be taking Limit on a fluffy brush. On light shades like that I'm going to be using in the transition shade, I like to use this brush, which is from Real Techniques. It's the base shadow brush. I like this brush because it really packs on the pigment and you can get it pigmented in the crease. So I'm just going to take it on that brush and we're just going to be dusting this into the crease. It's a really pretty shade. So I'm just going to kind of blend this like we would any transition shade. And I'm going to make the eye makeup a talk through because you've seen me blend eyeshadow in all my videos. So we're just going to skip past it.
Okay, so we're just going to continue to blend that shade into the crease as our transition shade. And then we're going to take Love Letter from the Modern Renaissance palette and Best Friend from the Tartelette palette. And we're going to just blend that into the outer V and into the deeper part of our crease. This is just going to help add a little bit more of a pinkier, magenta, purpley tone. I love mixing these two shades together because they create that perfect kind of purpley pinky shade. I don't know how to describe it, but we're just going to use it to deepen up the look. And then we're going to go in with that original brush that we used for our transition shade and blend it together. I'm not using any product on the brush, but you can put some more of that transition shade back on if you feel you need to. And then deepening up that outer V with Bombshell and just pressing it onto that outer V so we have a little bit more drama in that outer V there. And then just going in to brighten up that inner part of the lid with that matte baby doll pink from the Tartelette palette. I love this shade. It's my favorite.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys could tell, but it was a little bit hard to blend along like the edges here of my eyebrow. I don't really know if that was maybe me, if maybe I didn't set it. I don't know if I maybe didn't set it all that good. I'm sorry, I'm still sick. Just give me a bit of time to recover. But it was kind of hard to blend along here. Like my eyeshadow looks not very blended at the top around the brow bone area, but yeah, so I'm going to curl my lashes a little bit more. Okay, so for my mascara, this is the Covergirl Professional 3-in-1 mascara. I got it in waterproof just because my eyelashes, because they're really like thick and long and they're also straight, they don't hold a curl very well unless I use waterproof mascara. I do use non-waterproof on the bottom of my eyelashes, but most of the time I'm wearing waterproof. So this is the one. I believe the 3 things it was supposed to do was for like volume, length, and like drama. This is what the wand looks like. I don't know if you can see. Yeah. It's like your typical, like it's a straight wand. It looks like it's not a plastic applicator, so that's good. It's a bristle, so if you don't like plastic mascara applicators, this might be the one for you. Applying it, it doesn't really do much. It's very natural. I feel like this is a mascara you would want to go for if you like very natural lashes. That's kind of not my look, though. I like dramatic lashes. And this doesn't really do much. Not bad, it's holding a curl. I got some on my eyelid. Sorry. But I'm dipping it into the mascara a 3rd time. So you do kind of need a lot to make it kind of show up. I have been sitting here for a really, really long time, and this was the best I could get my lashes to look. And after applying it, I'm gonna be honest, it's not my favorite. I mean, I feel like I don't have that much volume to my lashes. I feel like they're kind of weighed down a little bit. It's not my favorite. I'm gonna be honest. Not my favorite. Yeah. I don't feel like it's enough for me. Like, their one mascara here, the one, the Supersizer, this is like my favorite drugstore mascara. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not too sold on it. I think I know why this mascara is always on sale for like $3.99. Let's just put it that way. Let's just keep it at that. I know what I'm about to do here is a huge no-no, but I feel like this is the only way this is going to make my lashes look good, is if I curl them after mascara. I'm not pressing very hard, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, I just curled my eyelashes again, and I see a difference, so this is better. I feel like my eye makeup is picking up a lot darker on camera. It's not this dark in real life. It's just my lighting hates me, so I'm sorry. But if you could see this, how this looks in person, it looks a lot lighter. So yeah. Now we're going to see how this foundation performs on our face. Again, I have the sensitive one. Looking at it in here, in the bottle, it's kind of like, I'm sure you can't see this on camera. I'm not even going to try. This looks like a foundation that it's separated in the bottle, so I'm going to shake it. It's like separating between the makeup and like liquid. So yeah, most of the foundations I have don't do that, and I've noticed when I see that in the, in the bottle, those are the foundations that can kind of separate and break up on your face. So hopefully this doesn't do that. I am praying it doesn't separate on the skin. I just know that because sometimes it just doesn't lay as nice. And I'm also not going to be trying a primer on my face. I'm not going to prime because I don't prime on a daily basis. And I feel like when testing a foundation, it's best to do it like underneath of your daily moisturizer, because sometimes foundation won't sit well with a certain primer. So I feel like if I try to primer right now, the foundation may not lay as nice or look the best it can because sometimes they just don't mix. So yeah, and that's what I'm just going to do for now, because I don't want to go too heavy, and I'm just going to blend it out with a damp beauty blender. This has literally like done nothing. Oh my god, I like a little bit more coverage, please. You're literally not doing anything. Okay, I'm going in for a second layer of this foundation, where I need it. It's really hard to get out of the bottle. I've been trying to like squeeze it like that and hold it upside down on my finger, but I feel like this is something where you would have to go like that on the back of your hand, which I don't typically like to do because I feel like it wastes product, but we shall just give it another go. Maybe I just wasn't applying enough. We'll see. Okay, this is better. Better. I'm going to see how well this can cover up my psoriasis here. It's pretty bad right now, so I'm not expecting it to be able to cover much because not a lot can cover it at this point. So, okay, so now that I did a second layer of that foundation, it looks a lot better. My skin doesn't feel itchy or anything, which is a good sign. So now it's going to go on to concealing my under eye area. I don't like to try anything new. Like I said, like with the primer, I don't want to try anything new because in case something doesn't like mix well together, I don't want it to look weird. So I'm going to just go with my cream contour kit from Ulta and just use the yellow highlight shade a little bit under the eyes, just because I know this looks good on like basically anything, and it can brighten underneath of my eyes. And it just kind of works as a lightweight concealer, so I just like to pat it underneath of the eyes where my dark circles are, and sometimes a little bit around here on my nose. So, yeah. Now I'm going to use this powder underneath of my eyes. So, like I said, Covergirl Clean. Hopefully it works. Side note about this, not that it has anything to do with the product, but the packaging is kind of hard to get open. Like, it's hard to open up the lid and everything. So this is what the powder looks like. As you can see, it's like almost white. So this is the lightest shade, so if you are any lighter than me, which I highly doubt there are that many people lighter than me, because I'm literally as white as it gets, for me, you might have trouble finding something in this foundation and powder range. So, just a little tip there. Okay, now we're going to move on to brows. I have a new brow pencil. I know, hell just froze over. This is the Annabelle Stay Sharp Self-Sharpening Waterproof Brow Liner. I'm in the shade Ebony. It says long-lasting, 12-hour wear, dermatologist tested, made in Germany. Yeah. So basically you just like twist the lid open and it comes out in like a point. I don't really know because you can't twist up for more product, so I don't really know how it would work to get more product. We shall see in this video, but I'm just going to comb through my brows. Yeah, this mascara, the more I'm looking at it, like the more my lashes just keep going down. Okay, this is a very creamy brow pencil. It's very pigmented. It feels like I'm not putting on a lot of pressure, and a lot is coming off of the brow pencil. Like, it's pretty damn dark, and I'm like barely touching my brow. So great. Oh god. Yeah, that just left a really harsh line there. We can always blend with the spoolie. It's okay. Okay, it blends nice. I like how this blends when you comb through it with a spoolie brush. What I'll do is I will update you guys in the description box and let you know how everything wore, how I reacted to it, and yeah, so I'm just going to finish off the eyes and I'll be back in a second.
Now mixing Natural Beauty and Best Friend, and we're going to just buff this to the lower lash line with a pencil brush, just messily doing it, and then coating the lower lashes with some lower mascara.
Okay, update on this mascara. I do not like it on the lower lashes. I feel like it went everywhere except for my eyelashes. It literally like clumped up, it fell down. I'm like, I don't like this mascara. I don't. So I'm just gonna go in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I use the little mini one on my lower lashes just because it works the best. And we're just gonna go with that. Okay, so I just touched up my lower lashes and I touched up my brow bone because it just was not blending and this does not look good. If you want me to redo this makeup tutorial, but with the products that I like, I can totally do that. Just let me know in the comments, but yeah. Okay, so I was watching a while ago, like a couple months ago, how people were testing out like $1 makeup. I looked it up. AOA is cruelty free, and I got this, and this is the AOA Studio Powlighter. I got the shade Galactic. I have two other shades that I have tried out, but I haven't tried this one. Galactic was very, I believe, or not Galactic. There was a gold shade, a white shade, and then this one. The white shade I did like, not for the face. I didn't like it to highlight my face because it was very glittery, but I do like it as a glitter on the eyes. If you want to see a tutorial with it, I can do a tutorial with it because I have a look that I've been wearing with it a lot. And then there was another shade that was kind of like a gold champagne. It was too dark to highlight the face with, but I did like it mixing with other highlights because that one was very smooth. And then I swatched this, and this one seems a lot more powdery than the other ones. It's a loose highlight, so it's kind of messy. It gets kind of like all over the place. So I'm just going to put some in the cap, and we're going to put this on the inner corner of the eyes. It's very bright, like it's very shimmery. Kind of goes all over the place, like I have powder flying around. I would not use this on my face because this is very pink. I don't know how the camera's picking it up, but this is very pink. So if you like a very pink cheek highlight, then go for this one, but I don't like that on myself because I'm very pale, so I'm not going to put that on my face. And I do have another highlight that I'm going to try on my face. So my thoughts on this, I do like it for the inner corners. I just don't like the packaging. I have highlight all over my hands. I don't like that. It got on my vanity. It's like everywhere, which, I mean, I love highlight everywhere, but just everywhere on my face, not on my belongings. So now I'm just going to finish up my face makeup. I'm just going to breeze through this.
Now we're going to be going in with Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder from Essence to lightly bronze all over the face, just kind of messily, not contouring at all, and then using Tarte Party Blush on the apples of the cheeks and the cheekbones.
Okay, so that was really hard to blend my bronzer. I did have to go in with my beauty blender, as you saw, and blend my forehead because that was so choppy. So I think that's why my brow bone wasn't blending very nicely, because the foundation is very like tacky. Like I'm pressing it here where I didn't set it, and literally it's coming off on my finger. So if you do get that foundation, you will need to set it because it is not like, I don't know, it's coming off, it's blending, choppy, My blush doesn't look as good as it could, and that sucks because I really, really love this blush. So, yeah. I don't know. So this is the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter. I love the butter bronzer. I use the butter bronzer all the time. I haven't used the butter blushes, but a lot of people rave about them. But I don't hear anybody talking about the butter highlighters. So I wanted to try it. I have the shade Champagne. And I did swatch it just to make sure it's going to be like good for my skin. This is really weird because the butter bronzer is like powder and the butter blushes are apparently powder too. But this is like a cream to powder highlight, and it's very similar to the ColourPop ones. Like when I put my finger in it and I swatched it, I'm like, okay, ColourPop. So I guess the Physicians Formula is coming for ColourPop now. So I feel like this is something that you would want to apply with your fingers, but I'm not going to because I don't like products that I have to apply with my fingers, and realistically, I wouldn't apply it with my fingers. I would apply it with a synthetic brush like this one. This is the Real Techniques fan brush. So I'm just going to do it that way because I know, even though it says like apply with your fingers, I hate applying with my fingers. And yeah, so hopefully this looks good because the last time I tried something like the ColourPop highlights, I did not like it. I found it looked like it sat on my skin, so yeah. So it is a zebra stripe of highlight. Oh my god. I'm going to try to go over this with my blush brush to blend it out, because this is like a zebra stripe. Okay, oh my god. This video has turned into a disaster. I mean, it's a blinding highlight. Like, look at the tip of my nose. I like that on my nose. Looks good on my nose. It looks good on the rest of my face. Like, I like it on my nose and my Cupid's bow. Very blinding. Pretty, like, gold. It's, like, borderline too dark, but, I mean, it still works. I'll just put on a lot of bronzer. Yeah, I mean, it just really, like, emphasizes my pores, which sucks. Okay, last product to try out. This is the NYX Pin Up Pout lipstick. This is in the shade Darling, so yeah, hopefully this looks okay. It's pretty pink, but whoa, this is too bright for what I wanted. I'm gonna take my blush because this is like a really, really deep pink. What I'm gonna do is just dab the lip color because I would always do that anyways. So again, just wearing it how I would normally wear it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this blush and I'm going to dab it on the outer corners of my lips, kind of like you would a lip liner, just on the outer parts. Okay, so this is the finished look, and I'm going to be honest, I don't like this. Okay, so here are my thoughts. I love this eye makeup when I am not using the foundation underneath. The inner corner highlight, I like it. Too pink in my opinion, like I'm looking at it and I wish I would have gone for something a little bit of a lighter pink, something like a more white pink. It's not blending anywhere. My lower lash line is super messy. I can already see the mascara flaking and smudging underneath of my lashes, which I don't like. It is so choppy on my brow bone. I went in and I blended for like 5 minutes, and it's still choppy and unblended. It's just not blending. The lip color I like. I like this. It feels hydrating. It was smooth. It was easy. It didn't emphasize any lines in my lips. The highlight on my cheekbones, I like it. Once I blended it, I went over it with my beauty blender and everything, and it looks okay then, so you just have to work with it a little bit. I like it on my nose and my Cupid's bow. The brow pencil, I like. The mascara, I don't like. The powder looks alright. It looks very smooth underneath of the eyes. It doesn't look like cakey or anything, so I do like the powder, but the foundation, I don't like. So it's coming off anywhere that I didn't powder already. Like, I didn't powder underneath of my cheeks here, in my forehead, I didn't powder, and it's not looking very good. Yeah, so if you do use that foundation, you probably will need to set it. It's either that or it's just a crappy foundation. So yeah, but it was really hard to blend along my forehead with my bronzer because it was very tacky. It's not blending on my eyes, and I just don't like it. So if you want me to redo this whole makeup tutorial but with products that I do like, I would definitely be down for that, because I have worn this makeup look a long time, like the eye makeup with different products, like different foundations and highlighters and things like that, and it turned out a lot better. So if you want me to redo it, then yeah. So thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.